Nice. The legend,
And
the
we're
myth.
and we're off. It's about time, Sean. There we go.
Yeah. Well,
That's the
thankfully,
one right there. That's a beaut.
yeah.
We shall
Yep. I
climb to
got
the
one of
top of
them.
the set together as one. What is happening?
Yeah. Wow.
Drew? Man, what a week. I was such a turd all week, Dad. I gave it everything I had at the show, and what I wrote down from the experience and bonding with everybody was this. I was thinking about what it meant for me personally to be listened to and to feel seen, especially that by the people that you care about. And it was my goal there to just make myself available to that, to listen and to acknowledge the people that have inspired us to keep going on all this. And because we have, I see our family and our friends and the people around us all the better off and hopefully very successful here. I feel like we already are, but it's happening in such a big way that gratitude was the one that really rung with me at the show. I just couldn't have been in a better mood, being surrounded by everyone and their energy. You guys are awesome. There's so many people that I had never met. I've never seen their name on here, and we were fast friends. That's thank God we're attracting that, Dad. Thank God. So a big thank you to everyone who was at the show and is here today and going with us forward. Thank you. Y'all are pretty swell, I might add. Pretty swell. I'm surrounded by a lot of smart people, Dad.
Yeah.
I just try to care bear all of them as much as I can, and I hope they all felt loved and listened to and appreciated, because they are. That's a big one that I have to give in this world, and I feel like I accomplished the goal. I really did.
Same.
How are you feeling? How are you feeling this week? What are we?
Me personally,
Yeah.
well,
What are you
good
working on?
morning,
What are we gearing up for here?
good morning, son. I love that opening. That was
Mhm.
awesome. It was like
I've been watching
exactly.
your videos, and I was just like, man, I can't wait to talk about the show.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's
It was. It.
like
I really think
it's Todd and Becky in here. It's like, see Ron. We just, the
Yeah.
people in this group are the oh, man, it's better than what we could have hoped for. That's the reason to be a part of the Staple Crew, is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody, I heard Heather say this, Dad. Shout out to you, girl. Love your energy too. Like, wow. We were all like on the same frequency, but we're all bringing different strengths. And because of that, when somebody comes up to you with some new topic or some new tool or something that they're investing in, it's so fun, because everybody's kind of like, oh, well, what's that all about, dude? Everybody's really inquisitive and kind of leans in, and by the end of the weekend, that was me. I was just like, man, I need to shut up and just hear what my people are putting out here. It was amazing. It was amazing.
I'm still in reflection mode to a lot of it, but I really hit the ground running. I worked harder Thursday, Friday, and Saturday than I probably worked before the show, which is odd. It's like you think you'd have to get it all done right before the show, but because of the great people like Ron and Kat and Elizabeth and Ron's team, a lot of that burden was taken off of me, and now comes crunch time, Brown, because I've got to really kind of get a lot of those things done that I promised at the show, and I've been tirelessly working on for months, actually. So it's really it's fun to get away every now and then and actually meet people that you've known and you've seen throughout the years. It's so weird how I felt like I knew everybody in that building. I feel like I didn't meet anybody new. Like you were just a long lost friend that I got to see again.
Right.
Yeah. I don't know if you had the same feeling, Brett. It was
exactly.
It was cool.
Well, it's cool. It's cool when everybody knows you, and that was why I was like, okay, I need to be available. I know my dad's going to be busy. I know the team's going to be busy. I can be that extension of Alan, and a lot of you love me too. And that always is a fun surprise. One of my friends that I've made from this is Clay, and he doesn't have a TV. He watches the Staple Crew. And so like that experience, to connect with someone like that. And then he's also an investor and very, very empathic and very wise. And it's like, wow, like makes me just want to watch shows like this. And my feeling all week, Dad, besides that was, I just can't wait to help you more and be a part of what was shared more, and be available for that. So as much as you can download into me will be shared throughout, this group. I want to be your extension in that as well. So I got signed up on the stuff from the show, and we're doing it, baby. We're gonna get that stuff done. We're going to figure out this tech stuff. I'm really happy that I bonded with that group because they are, like you said in your last video, they're amazing and passionate, and they're the kind of people talking to them that you're like, yeah, you would go down this road, wouldn't you? And the fact that they want to share it and share it so passionately with this group, I think it's kind of a match made in heaven. It's easy to feel that way about all of our speakers and contributors, and really big shout out to Dip a Toe. They've been our brother sister channel this whole time, and our brothers and sisters outside of it. And the group that they have formed, with Opti and with Kita. And it's such, like you said, it's such a pleasure to meet Stone. That guy is like, how do I sit here and talk to this guy more? How do I do business with this guy? Like, I got a lot to learn from him, and more importantly for us in this position, it's how do we support those people? And I was telling, like, this, he's doing a meetup here in Cancun. I want to say in August. So I'll make sure and get him on here. If you all are really into these trips, and, vacations and doing events, we want to support them always. So, John Gibson, I mean, eh, to get to meet Kirk and that team, and getting to meet Ed and getting to meet the list, you'll always forget some. But yeah, Tim and Laura, I just couldn't have loved them anymore. I really want to say hi to them. Thank you all for being a part of this and, helping us build something special. We're not just sitting here waiting on crypto, guys. My dad has worked tirelessly to make sure that we have something here that's tangible and it's real, and it clicks all the boxes. So I'm here to support you in it, dude. You are not alone in this.
No,
Fight for freedom, man. We all want the freedom.
Yeah.
We all want to be healthy, wealthy, and happy in our lives. And yeah, man, I'm here to help you get it done.
I started to say it. I'm so fortunate because I have such great people around me that, like, the Lauras and the Tims and the Aprils and the Kirks and like all of these people have. I don't know whether you call out and those people come to you, or they just resonate with what your message is and you just come together, or whatever it might have been. However this beautiful universe works, there is a synergy to it all. And when it does kind of all line up for everybody, it just, at the beginning, a year ago, when I decided to do the show, I thought I would do the show on the lines of like a family meetup, an XRP family meetup. But as time went on, it was too many tools, too many advanced opportunities for people to not just make money, but make money while they're still holding their crypto bag, which is really what I put out there with my Thursday night show. And it just started to evolve into people that can help us do that, both professionally or just people like you said, John Gibson, who just has his nose down and he's always looking for the next deal, and he's got stuff going on like almost everybody in this chat. It's like, hey, I got an opportunity. Here, let me share it with you, Alan. And what do you think? The ones that resonate with me and the ones that work, I'll pursue. But the beautiful part is I get to have them pursue it and then bring me the fruits of it. And I'm not naive enough to think that I can just master all of this stuff. I can't. That's impossible.
It's impossible.
People think I'm smart. I look at the mirror. I'm like, dude, who do you don't know me very well. Clearly, you've mistaken me for somebody else. Like, I'm good at putting people and opportunities together in the room. The opportunities are never going to end. They're just going to keep coming. And I know that now. In the beginning, I really held on to the thing, like this Go Baby Trader. I was like, oh my God, it's the only opportunity we're ever going to have that's this good. And yet, as soon as I wrapped my head around the Go Baby Trader, everything started to explode. And then I saw opportunity everywhere. And sometimes we're in those phases of our life and sometimes we're not, but clearly I am. And clearly it's because of people resonate with my message and our message as a family. So we're just lucky to have them all. It's not like I'm a mastermind that put it all together. Mm-hmm. I clearly am fortunate. Yeah, clearly. When you meet the people that I surrounded myself, I had so many people come up to me at the end of that show and told me by far the best show they've ever been to.
Me too.
Yeah. And I know they were being kind in many respects, but I said this live on this channel numerous times before the show. If you're not there, you won't understand what I'm talking about. Until you see this show that I'm putting together, you won't understand what I'm talking about. And now to a person, everybody's saying, oh my God, it was like trying to drink from a fire hose. It's like there was a lot there, Alan. And
Yeah.
we're putting that together now. Actually, Marielle's putting that together right now. So we're going to have each speaker. It's going to be its own show under our show, but there's also going to be under the show links. You're going to be able to click on each one of those presenters. There are some things that will not be aired that people at the show got to discuss there at the end. And I'm not trying to put other shows to shame, and I'm not trying to say that other shows aren't brilliant, because they really are. That's not what I'm trying to do here. What I'm trying to say is, when opportunity knocks and it keeps pounding on my door, I'm going to share it with everybody. That's what I do. I don't just, okay, well, how can Alan profit from this and then keep it to myself? I can't. What kind of neighbor is that? I don't want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that says, hey, these are the most amazing opportunities I've seen yet, even bigger than crypto in some respects. So that's what I want to share with everybody going forward. Yeah.
Well said. Another one that comes to mind, crew, for those of you who are there with us in spirit, how to make money with your money. How to make money with your money. And what I wrote down this morning, listen to my dad's tax video, but then thinking outside the box on that, it's thinking about crypto and what's going on. And it's not where we all thought it would be. It's not where we want it to be, price-wise, et cetera, adoption, acceptance. But it's all aligning. It's all forming. It's, I was having a really cool chat with my friends last night, and, we were thinking about the just craziness of quantum computing. And it's something that my dad's talked about it enough. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to read the AI Edge, and I'm going to start really trying to get ahead of things on this topic. And we were trying to think of the systems that can hold up against quantum computing. And, when you really think about it, it's all kind of like crazy when you can do billions of transactions per second. And what does that look like? And what's the only thing that can really potentially hold up to it? It's like a call. It's a call to blockchain. It's just so much better and more efficient than the systems that we currently use. And so I know the markets are crazy, guys. Like, I feel it. People talk to me about it a lot because we do this show, and this is what we've hung our hat on in a way. But it's the prediction. If I can just say this to all of our brother and sister shows, the prediction years are over. It's over. It's, if you're not adapting and trying to get it and give it away like my old man is, you're just a dinosaur in this thing. And I think people your age, people my age, and people younger than us, Dad, get that. And it's like, okay, well, cool. I got the crypto. I know how blockchain works. We all got all that. We've been talking about it for years. What else? What else do we do? How do we build our knowledge base, our minds, and connect with people smarter than we are, like April, to understand not just the most bulletproof trust we can find, but look at what else she is to us now. I mean, April is priceless to us now. because of how
Yeah.
smart she is and how much of a healer she is. Like, those things are like, we're landing on all the other real stuff. And how do you move forward and actually get it done? If you've got the dream of financial freedom and leaving something to your children or your legacy, it behooves all of us to get into all this stuff and to be open-minded. And like you said, Dad, and like you've done, it's like, well, let me check it out. Let me see what you got going on. If it resonates with me, let me add it to the belt. And man, I'm so glad you've really embraced that, because it's to all of our advantages. And I think it will be the health and wealth of this channel and our group, to be open-minded and to seek with each other on things that we don't quite understand, or we might not have used, or we feel like the system has completely pitted us in a corner in a particular thing, and this is just the way that it is. It's not. 9 times out of 10, it just ain't. There are ways to run through the wall, man. And dude, you are inspiring your son to run through the wall, and I'm ready. I'm ready for this. We've talked about all this enough, you and I, Dad, way before the show. I'm ready.
Yeah,
this is the time to get brave. This is the time to have some balls.
Yeah, we're on the brink of something really big here. And it's pretty obvious to everybody around us. It was very obvious to everybody in that room. And 300 people can't be that far off. We're on to something. And I had this discussion a little bit with Ron yesterday, and I'm going to have a little bit of that discussion with you after the show. But it's tricky for me because I'm not really sure where this channel leads or what we're going to do. I know what I wanted to do. I want to create prosperity. I want to create health, wealth, and happiness for everybody on this channel. How do I do that most effectively? That's going to be spend more time doing those things and proving to myself the theory that you can do those things.
Yeah.
And instead of just being all business all the time, I really need to get in and make sure that I have the right people in place doing the background work so that the rest of us don't have to sit around on laptops all day long trying to figure business out and prosperity and the rest of it. I had a great conversation with a guy. It's terrible. I don't remember his name, but I only met like 350 of you. But it was like, and I'm not kidding you, I think I met everybody. I really feel like I did. But I don't even know how that's humanly possible, but I feel like I did. But I was asking him, he came up to me to say, hey, I'm a realtor. And I said, yeah, okay, that's cool. Who are you? And he looked at me and it was kind of big smile. And he goes, well, I'm a crypto enthusiast. I said, cool. Now we're getting somewhere. Right? Like everybody always says, hey, I'm a carpenter. Great. Well, you and 2 other million people. I mean, I wasn't trying to give him a hard time, but it's like, dude, we only got so much time here. Let's cut to the chase. What's your brilliant idea in life? Because I need to hear it from you. Because for some reason, I'm supposed to be the guy that gets to hear everybody's brilliant idea and figure out where they go with it, is what I determined over the last 6 months. I'm just the conduit. I'm the extension cord. That's what I am here. And it's amazing to witness, to live it and witness it every single day. Something happened to me yesterday that I have to share with everybody. This was so profound. I got on a phone call with a man that I talk to constantly. 3 times a week, 2 to 3 times a week. Okay. Well, we have been because we've been putting this company together. And he tells me of this opportunity. It's not even an opportunity, it's sort of a hurdle for us going forward, if you will, to some degree. And then immediately, before I was even off the phone, I already knew what I was going to do about it. I already knew how I was going to resolve the issue. It wasn't even an issue, it's an opportunity. And I was like, I already know how to resolve that. And within 2 hours, I had the entire thing figured out. I have it completely booked. I have it like ready to go. I'm going to meet with the world's, listen to this, world's leading authority on that subject. And I'm going to his office. I'm not kidding. Like, that's the kind of stuff where you're like, when you sit back and go, well, how did I get there? I got there by listening. I got there by saying, dude, besides a realtor, who are you? What's your dream? What's your goal? What's your ambition? Are you healthy? Are you happy being sick? Do you want to be healthier? Because a lot of people don't understand who Miss April is. I really, if I had more time, I would have had her on stage for an hour talking about health.
Yeah.
And I will, because that's what she and her husband are putting together.
We need to
what's
do
more
that.
important than that? Like, it's crazy good times for everybody on this channel and in this network. I got to say one more thing.
Mm-hmm.
When I was talking for months about the show, and I was telling everybody that you need to go there because you need to network, right? It's a networking event.
Right.
All the presenters in the room now understand is that's the network. Okay. All those people that presented are all now a network and I didn't overlap them. Like, this one was a trust, this one was tax, this one was income, this was banking, this one was, and they all had a different role. This was a trading bot. Like, they all fit together in a perfect network. They weren't competing against each other. They are now teammates. And that team is what had to be assembled in person. And the people that got that understood it, and they went, wow, what was presented up there, I don't need to understand all of it. I just need to know that the team or the group of that is powerful. Combined with the digital assets sisters and all the people along the sidelines that are just going to make all this happen over the time to come, like Kirk's team and all the rest of it, is going to be something to behold. Yeah. And that's where we're going. Network.
You are so right. You're so right. You are a conduit in this. Or I would say you are in a superposition of the guy who's the dreamer and can allows himself to have some vision, not just for himself. And then you listen and you surround yourself by doers. And what happens when you do that is you become one yourself. And you and I forever sat and theorized about so much of this kind of stuff and talked about crazy things that we have zero control over. But now this week, I'm like laying around exhausted and trying to get through work. And, what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about, how do I become the doer with with this group of people, this network that was assembled, that is aligned in a superposition to help us. And what do they all need? What do all those presenters need? Us. They need people to do business with and they need people to help. That's what we are.
Yeah.
It's just Alan and Brent show. This is your show. This is your community. And we have the heart just to share it. So we're doing pretty good. This is starting to look. This is starting to feel pretty good, Dad. I'm tickled. I am tickled by the happenings of what we've attracted. What we've attracted is like. So I got like a supermodel on this arm, and I got like a billionaire on this arm, and it's like it's huge.
Yeah.
This is huge.
We're gonna spend. I've got to get those shows to everybody. I have them to Marielle right now. She's going to be posting them. She has a lot of work ahead of her. Please go through those a couple of times over. You're going to want to watch them again, and then I want you to watch them again a week later. But the ones that really resonate with you, please reach out to those people. Their contacts will be in the show notes, and they're the people that are looking for you to contact them. I said that in the beginning of the show, and I really meant it. These people are people that you need to get hold of. You need to get back with them. A lot of people, and I understand why, they're getting a hold of me, and it's like, whoa, I can't go down that road. I can't answer everybody's question about what somebody said on stage. You need to get it from the lion's mouth, right? You don't listen to Alan. These people are the expert in their field. Yeah. Right. I'm the extension cord. I'm not the drill, and I'm not the power source. These guys are the real deal, or they wouldn't have been on that stage. They just wouldn't have been.
Yeah.
And I want to bring something up. There's a ton of bad press about Jiggle out there in the world. A lot of paranoia, a lot of people freaking out, and a lot of bad. I want everybody to understand something. It's somebody came out recently with a bot or AI or whatever it was, claiming to be Jiggle, and it wasn't Jiggle. And a lot of people put a lot of money in that, and it wasn't them. And that's what we have to really be careful going forward, people. This is getting Scaryville. Okay. Yeah. They even sent me a video of how close and clean and perfect it mimicked everything they did, except for the site's a little bit different address. And I was like, oh my God. Like, how do you do business in that world now? It's really tricky, guys. So you're going to need a group like this. You're going to need a group of people that, and I can't vet every product. I'm going to need you guys to help me vet these products. Mm-hmm. I can't, but one man, and as much time, Brent works full time, right? And the people that work behind the scenes all have full-time jobs. I can't just hire people to be a 40-hour employee. Not yet. I'm real close to that, by the way. But when that day comes, then, I'll be able to put more time and effort into these kind of things. I got a minute here. I'm going to take a couple of minutes. I want to react to something.
Good.
Somebody sent me Stanley Druckenmiller, if you guys know who he is, did a recent video. People sent that to me, and I watched it the other night. I don't know how else to explain this. I am not a doomsdayer. I'm just not that guy. Please don't send me that material. And I know Versan made a great video about how he thinks the end of the dollar is coming next week. And it got 1 million views, and people sent that to me. And I don't give a damn what he thinks. Sorry. I just don't. and it's not because I think he's wrong or I don't think he's intelligent.
Mhm.
None of those things. It has to do with the well-being of mankind is bigger than economics, way bigger. Okay, doesn't have anything to do with math or any of that. It has to do with man doesn't want that to happen. And if you fear that that's going to happen, that tells you that you don't want it to happen universally. Okay. So I just want to go there with that because, man, my phone blew up with people sending that to me. And I'm not going to try and disprove either one of those men because both of those men are brilliant people. I really appreciate them both. I think they're both very intelligent people.
I do too.
But I want to say this. There's an underlying theme that I continually hear, and this is first grade math. Okay. I just want everybody to stay with me on this one point. If somebody owes you something and you receive something, you have something, correct? So debt owed is profit for someone else, right? First grade, correct? Mm-hmm. So if I hear one more armchair economist tell me that $1 trillion of debt that America has to pay every year just vanishes, it just goes away. I don't know. It's like, well, we can't afford to pay $1 trillion, Alan. I'm like, well, yeah, if they just burned it all. But that $1 trillion is what?
Gaining interest.
Somebody's profit.
Mm-hmm.
All those bondholders just made $1 trillion. Did it just go away? No, it's stimulus into the economy.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing that drives me nuts. They're like, well, the US government's paying $1 trillion a year in interest, Alan. It's more than the debt. It's more than the defense budget. I'm like, yeah, and somebody's cashing that check and probably buying a Ferrari or a mansion or, I don't know, staff or building their company out or more real estate. Mm-hmm. They're not just going to leave it in the
distribution company, right.
All of it. Right. Every economist tells me the same thing. It just stops. That's a debt. We have to pay the debt. It's like, well, it's a profit also. That's a business strategy that somebody successfully traded. Anyway, it's very frustrating to me because they only tell you half the story. Yeah. It's really like they only tell you the problem. They paint the big problem picture. Like all those problems are solutions. And when it comes to math, for every purchase, there's a sale. Somebody made a sale. Somebody made a profit. It's very anyway.
Where is it?
Yes, correct.
Here we go. I want to double down what my dad's saying right now too. And Hoofty, I don't think any of us here are doomsday folk. And we're all, at some point in our lives, this group, tinfoil hatters for sure. Yeah. I still got mine right here in my back pocket. I am so tired of half the story. And I love your point on that. Because it's just take a little more awareness, a little more of the big picture. Yeah, it's just and that's how we get to think of it. Because we've been programmed by the media and ruled by these politicians forever. That this is so bad. They don't teach you anything. Half the story, you end up a foot soldier following the shredder. When I don't care which half the story. I don't care what you believe. I don't care your politics. I don't care. I don't care. If you're not thinking and talking about the whole,
Yeah.
which in every conversation means us and this world and the kingdom.
Yeah.
I don't want to hear it anymore.
Right.
Stop and start thinking a little bit deeper for yourself.
Right.
And please, if you can't do that, do it for others. And if you keep doing the half bit, you realize sooner or later that you're arguing against and you're fighting half of the world. And it's ridiculous. It is not how we all win. It's not.
And you're assuming you're making the biggest mistake that all mankind makes, which is it's our evaluation of how things are going that is the way things will go. But the ignorance of that is, well, you don't give any credence or anything to the side of the equation, which is, gee, I don't know, our planet spins perfectly, our oxygen is good, our life is good, the sun came up, the weather is good, it rotates up for a reason, the snow falls so that it'll melt, we have water in the summer. Like all of that perfection and the fact that we happen to be the one green, blue ball and all the ones that we can see, all of that perfection that is our universal God's gift is just thrown by the wayside. And what I have is this calculator and the slide rule that's going to tell you all of that doesn't matter. This is just what matters is the math of the equation. The ignorance of that on a spiritual level is not lost on this man, on my soul. It's sad. It's like so minuscule in the power, like this universe, like laughable. So maybe, and it could go down for a while, hey, could. I mean, but we're all going to be fine is what I'm trying to tell everybody. But anyway.
Yeah.
You need the markets. Sorry, you just do.
Yeah, back to the point on the dollar. You don't want that to happen next week. You just don't want it. Yeah, I don't even think you want to put it out there personally, because lots of people all over the world, go hungry if that all happens.
Right. And the dollar isn't going anywhere. So
no.
Well, here's when all those people tell me, well, look what happened to the British pound. And I'm like, well, the British pound had a big counterpart. It had a thing called the US dollar. Like, what is the US dollar's big competitor at this point? Is it the yuan? No. BRICS? Yeah, okay, maybe. But at this point, it's still nearly 60% of the global market. And let's remember, for every debt that is issued and has been issued, which is, I don't know, pretty close to quadrillion dollars worth of debt out there, is all written in US dollar form. You can't pay it back in marbles or Bitcoin or XRP. You have to pay it back in US dollars because contractually that's what was borrowed. And that always misses people. I don't know how they always miss that one. But yeah, anyway, I preach about that one way too much. And downtrends, this thing that just happened to crypto over this past week, of course, we had a show during the entire problem, but that's healthy. I know nobody wants to hear that, but that's very healthy. That's a healthy market. That's a truly how do I put this? Unmanipulated market. Like you need those corrections. Yeah. And it's loading up right now, guys. It's loading up. It could go lower. I mean, I could see it going lower. It's not impossible. There's a lot of people that think it's going to crash. I mean, it could crash from here. But Man, I don't know. If you're buying Bitcoin at 50 and 60K when it's already been 125, yeah, that's kind of a good deal. And a lot of people see value there. So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yep. Um,
I want to look at it.
yeah, that's right, David. Yeah, we don't have a new ship in the harbor yet. And I would love it to be XRP or Bitcoin or I don't know, XLM or whatever the flavor of the week is. I'd love it to be that for everybody involved, but it's so far from that. Like, I'm sorry, it just is. Yeah. I want to talk to a person that called me up, and I'll be talking more about his show coming up. Those of you who know Mel Carmine, he's invited me to be a guest speaker at his show. It's going to be an interesting show, and I know many of you already have gone to that show. But he and I's topic is going to be quite interesting in it, and I'm going to let fly what I know about it, which is a lot more of my 20 years ago tinfoil rabbit hole days. So I'm going to let go some of that, but the energy and healing part of what his show is what I'm really excited about, and it's helped a lot of people, and I want to really promote that as best possible. So I wanted to, awesome. I will give my kind of my itinerary of some sort, what shows I'm going to go to and the rest of that. We are, I'm going, I'm hoping Brent's going to go too, to Cancun.
Yeah.
That's August.
I'm going to try.
Yeah.
There's no try, only do. All right. That's what Stone was ribbing me with, dude. He's like, oh, so you won't be there. Got it. It's like, you should just do it. You should just commit to it right now. Like, dude, is this what you say to everyone?
Yeah.
I would like to be there. It's funny. That's where I really want to go on vacation. My friends go there a lot.
Yeah.
Just because the hotels are so cool. And the experience that you get.
I like.
Yeah, I am going to try to go.
Playa del Carmen's right there. Tulum is real close. Yeah, no, that's all nice area right in there. It's a good spot. And it's all inclusive. Sounds like it's going to be fun. Then Mel's got a show. And then I'm going to be in Toronto for you Canadians. I'm going to be for that show is the AI crypto show. Boy, I can't remember the title of that show. And I'm thinking there's going to be 4 or 5 of us going to be there. I think Ron, I think Ed, and Attila are going to be there. And I'm thinking possibly Simon. I'm not sure what Simon's plans are, but that's for the Go Baby Traders. Go Baby Traders going to have their own booth in that show in Toronto, which is going to be cool. Really excited about that. Nice. That was an idea that I even want to say that, believe it or not, I believe it was Ron's idea. We were all in, were we in Vegas? Where were we? No, we were in the Lauderdale show, the same show, only in Lauderdale. And Ron and I were having breakfast, and he just looked at me and he goes, "You know what? That thing would that product at a crypto show in a booth would rock. We just need a couple of laptops showing everybody's account and how much they're making percentage-wise every month over the last 6 months, and done." And
yeah.
Yeah. So we presented that to Edward and Attila, and they were like, "Oh, we'll look into it." And I believe they just got the booth.
Perfect. Those guys are awesome, by the way.
What's that?
The Ed and Attila are awesome. And shout out, guys. I really enjoyed meeting them, and I'm really thankful that we have a product like theirs.
Yeah.
You know, and that option for people like us is awesome. Um, oh my gosh, there
I
he
have a
is, Lauret 3116. Man, it was so good to meet you, brother. I really enjoyed talking to you, and thank you for coming up to me at golf and the show. Much love to you. Olivia, I think Cancun is in August. I want to
yes.
say the announcement's going to be this month. I think, like probably end of the month, and we'll have Stone on to give all the details of that to the crew.
I believe we just did announce it.
Do you know when Mel's show is, Dad?
Yeah, it's something I should know, right? March.
When will you be going?
It's March. I don't know. You sent it to me the other day. I don't know. I'll get to you.
Cool.
Way too many texts ago. It's in March. I'm
We'll
pretty
wait
sure
on
of that.
next week.
I want to say 28, 29. 28, 29. I want to say March. Yeah. And
Whoa.
Kate,
Cujo. Yeah, big thank you to Mel for being there. And yeah, his friendship. And I really love the content that you two have done together. And I think it's really just fun for our groups, you know, people who like Mel and people who like you. But he's doing some cool stuff. Yeah, Mel puts his hands into clearly a lot of different things, and I love that.
yeah.
I got really interested when he was talking about what he wants to present there. I was like, what? Sweet, dude. Yeah, Clay's saying March 28, 29. Cool.
Yeah. He and I's subject is going to be straw man, which is something I did many years of research on.
Cool.
It's really kind of a forte of mine, if you will, from back when in the day. So let's see. I'm going to be, where else are we going to be, Brent? I'm going to be in Colorado next week, but that's a different story. I'm going to be we're missing one. Anyway, there's another one somewhere in there. I'm missing a show, but it's, remember guys, when I go to a show, when Brent and I go to a show, it's not, I don't go to the show.
Oh, Vegas.
Vegas. Right. Yeah. Almost forgot about the biggest one.
We'll be there. We just, yeah. We'll be at the after parties. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm going to be at the
XRP after parties, and I'm going to be at the Bitcoin show all week. I think it's 3 days, Bitcoin show. Honestly, guys, I know many people aren't purists or whatever. You kind of have a little bit of everything or all the different coins. The Bitcoin show is, I don't care if you don't own Bitcoin, you should go to the Bitcoin show. It's that important. If you're in crypto as much as you think you're in crypto and you don't go to Bitcoin, you're missing the point. It's XRP show is about XRP. The Bitcoin show is about the future of crypto. It's so hard to put it into context. It's universe. Everybody that has anything to do with crypto in any way is at the Bitcoin show, including Brad Garlinghouse and Dave Schwartz. They're at the Bitcoin show. So I'm just saying,
yeah,
don't go there going, I don't want to listen to a bunch of, maxis talk all day. You don't talk about Bitcoin all day. You're talking about opportunities. In fact, two of the presenters that I have had at the show, I met at that Bitcoin show, two of them. So, yeah, it's good stuff. What do we have here in the chat, Brent?
Landon wants to retire so he can go to all the shows. I do
Yes,
too.
you do. You want to do that. Oh, I know what I was going to say. When Brent and I are at a show, I don't sit in the chair and watch the show. I am the folks. Yeah.
I didn't really even see ours, unfortunately. I was too busy talking to everybody.
I did. I was in meetings upstairs or, meeting people. I didn't watch the show at all. My show.
Yeah. Sitting there and being quiet is not our forte, No. We want to. Yeah. Are we going to be able to network with the people on that stage? Probably not. Most of us probably not. The CEO of Ripple, and the coder designer and probably not. But with each other, yes. And that's where our strength and success has come from. And so I know there's a lot of new people to shows in our group this week who had just never been to a show. Like the one we did. And I think that it's for those of us who've been to a lot of them now, I mean, that's it. Yeah, if you want to see a speaker, if there's somebody specifically, it's like, check out the schedule ahead of time and spend that hour or two. But the rest of the time, go meet people and do not be shy about it. Like, that was part of my goal is like, if somebody looked at me at our show, I'm walking up to them. I'm going to them. Like, no, I'm here for you. And you're here for me. And we're here to get this stuff done.
Yeah. And it's very important that we share what's on your mind. Okay. Because let's remember, you were put there. Sorry, I'm playing doorman all day here.
That's a really good free watch, bro.
You were in the room. You went there. You got on a jet. You flew there. You drove there. Whatever it was. You were in the room, and then you were at the moment that you met somebody. Not Alan and Brent. Anybody. And you have to stay open to the energy of what that is. Why did I meet that person? What was the timing? What's the reason? I think I know it. And then build on that and get creative in your mind about what that could mean, health or finances to you, or happiness, or hey, look, I want to go hang out with those of you who got an opportunity. And I wanted to invite all 300 of you. I just couldn't do it. The people that had an opportunity to come to my house after each day, it was magical in there. I never wanted a house with 7 bedrooms ever before in my life. And now I'm like, I need a house with 7 bedrooms. There's like, you have to have that now. Because it wasn't just the people that were staying there, it's the people that we invited over, and it was an instant party. And I'll tell you something, the beautiful thing about that whole place all week, and I don't know whether it was just done out of respect to me or whatever it might have been, but I hope not. It wasn't a drink fest. It wasn't, hey, let's all get trashed. It was like, let's just spend time together. Now, people were drinking wine and beers or whatever it was. But there was a day in my life when everybody was just pounded alcohol and then remembered nothing the following day. Yeah. It wasn't anything like that. It wasn't a party. It was a mind melding that was just beautiful to watch. I would go from one group of people to the next group of people, to the next group, and every conversation was stimulating. It wasn't like, hey, what is the government doing wrong now? It was like, no, man, this was like, we're thinking about where we're going in life and how much fun it's going to be getting there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was too much fun. And then, except for that Northern Living guy, he decided to, crash the party. Nobody invited him. He just showed up. Right. Jeez. How about that guy?
How about that guy? God, he's a beautiful man, my brother Bear.
Oh, yeah.
Man alive.
Yeah.
Man, turns out those Canadians are pretty cool.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty cool. Want to speak to, hey, what's up, Jason? Yeah, Cancun's XRPL event. So what I know so far is like IMUTV and companies who are building upon a ledger itself. It's kind of going to be a collective of that, which is really cool. And like, Dipito has really, I think their strength in what I was telling Simon and Melissa this week isn't just each other, which is very strong partnership, but the guests that they've brought on and the light that they've shined on being an actual innovator in the space. I sat and talked to Optimistic Prime for 30, 45 minutes.
Oh, Opti's awesome.
Her passion to build on the ledger and to offer things like that to our group, exclusively in some circumstances and hopefully really make things that get out there. That innovative spirit, that's what I see that event being. And that group of people who are telling all of us about it at the show, you want to be around people like that. That's, we're talking about how to make money with your money and crypto and trusts and all these different things. That is a whole nother investment strategy, a whole nother, and I've heard my dad talking about it more and more. It's like, if I got bucks, man, I'm looking at this blockchain company, this blockchain company, this blockchain company, because of who they are, what they do, and what they've created. It's like, I got to be there to support it. And so that's why I would go, isn't just to support those guys, but it's the potential of like, you're getting in at ground level on people who have great ideas and are executing them on the ledger. That's going to be a cool show. Yeah. That's like right in the same vein of what we're doing. So not a Staple Crew event. It's a ledger event.
I just sent you a link.
You guys gotta, checking that stuff out. Our group knows a ton about it too. So check those guys out, man. Check out Dipito if none of y'all are on there. The guests they've had are unbelievable. Unbelievable people.
I just sent you a link, Brent, if you could post that in the chat. I don't know. It's so weird. I don't know if you guys experience this, but Brent has an Apple and I have a Android. And sometimes I send him stuff and he never gets it. It's just crazy. And I swear it's an Apple Android thing. It only happens with Apple people with me. I don't know what's going on there, but you guys have probably experienced that before. I'm an Android guy all the way. I really am. But anyway, apples, oranges.
Well, I'm an Apple guy all the way. So what do you think about that?
I know. Apples, oranges, I get it. Yeah. It's very,
Have it.
Man, I was playing around with his friend's phone. I want one of those. What are they called? The One Plus. It's an Android, but it's one plus 15. I think he had. Oh my god! I could
No,
not believe how cool that phone was.
Android's awesome. I actually could see myself changing at any moment here.
Yeah,
As long as it's not a Microsoft, pretty much is my rule
right.
going forward. I almost
Yeah.
wasn't even on the show today because my computer had issues.
Yeah,
Old issues.
yeah, that's right. You can hack an Android. You can screw around with it. You can, yeah, which is good and bad. Let's
Yeah,
see.
it's at the Grand Oasis.
Oh
I
yeah,
posted-
there. Oh, you did post it. Okay,
yeah,
cool.
I did.
It's the Quantum Summit, 1776.com. You can look it up. That's at 28, 29 of March. That's Mel's show. He was texting me. He was like, he must have heard, somebody must have got up to him that we're talking about him on our show. So he's like, hey, put the link up. I'm like, yeah, okay. We love you, Mel. Mel's a big part of, it's funny. I don't know what happened to him and his show and his content or whatever, but they didn't care much for that and shut him down a couple times. But he was very instrumental in the beginning of getting a lot of these XRP channels up and running, and when he was big, he promoted a lot of people and helped our community out a lot. And he was one of the first people that really saw through, I'm not going to use names, but what he called XRP 1.0. And you can imagine who those people might have been. And in the beginning, I thought, well, this guy's kind of a little crazy. I don't find those people to be our problem whatsoever in our community. And I'm just going to say, as time's gone by, that has proven to be fairly accurate. There are people that have channels, and the only reason why they have channels is to make money off of you. And that's really kind of sad. And I am definitely not going to tell you which channels I believe those to be. Oh, I wanted to talk about, thanks, Justin. He reminded me of Caleb and Brown. I have a meeting this coming week with Caleb and Brown and their execs, if you will, just so I can sound important. Throw that one out there. And what I'm trying to do is get them to understand what it is, Kirk, and a UNA. And if you guys don't know what a UNA is and you don't know who Kirk is, check out my Wednesday night show. He and I are going to do a show together. If it goes well, we'll keep doing it. If not, I'll just bring him on my Thursday night show every now and then. But it's very important that you understand what his product does and the way it does it. And it is an opportunity for you to, instead of creating an LLC, you can create an association, which is 10, in my opinion, 10 times better than an LLC. I've never liked LLCs. So there you go.
Yeah, now you tell me, Dad. Thanks.
Well, I don't believe I was ever the guy that told you to get one, but maybe might have been.
You were not. You were not. You were not. No.
The problem, okay, here's always been the problem for me with LLCs, okay? And I'm not trying to bag on anybody that has one, because if you're happy with it and it works for you, then you should keep going. The problem always been for me with an LLC is if you're trying to, let's say, hide from taxation with an LLC is meant and designed to be a company, a business. I run my business through this. Well, if you're not buying tractors or backhoes or trucks or tools, or if you don't have all that thing that looks like a business, it looks like a tax shelter. And it has this big giant red flare sticking up in the air. Well, I don't buy any tools or anything. Oh yeah, I had to buy a ledger I don't have any expenses. I'm not a real business. I'm just hiding from you. That's what it looks like. And I've talked to tax people about it, and they're like, yeah, well, that's kind of what it is. And there's nothing they can do because they've given us this ability to do this. I said, yeah, but it's just right where they're going to look. They're going to, dude, flare off the boat. I'm going to go right over there first because he's clearly hiding from something.
Well,
Yeah.
if that guy over there is sea bass, you know,
Right. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
that's hilarious.
And yes, you're absolutely. Who is that? Oh yeah, that's Todd Lonnie. Kirk's UNA team off the charts with customer service. Off the charts. I'm talking 6 days a week. They'll pick the phone up, and he does a live stream 6 days a week. He's a guy that I want everybody to understand this one thing. He's on it. And he cares about you. I guess that's two things. He cares about you. He cares about what's happened to you. And he's putting his neck on the line. He wrote a book about this, and he's 6 days a week exposure of what he's doing. He's not hiding from any, Washington agencies. He's clearly putting himself out there. And I'm just telling you, how many people are willing to do that to that extent? And who else is helping you hands-on like they do? Like nobody. Like it when you start to get what I'm assembling here, guys, what we're all doing together, you have Ed Barsano, the creator of Go Baby Trader. His team is completely accessible. If you need anything from those guys, you can even get a hold of Simon, you can get a hold of Ed, you can get a hold of Ed, the creator, or Attila, anytime you need them. Anytime. Same with Kirk. Kirk has 10 employees. Anytime you need to get a hold of those people, you can get an answer. What I was concerned about before the show was, Laura, are you ready? Are you sure? Because there's going to be an onslaught coming your way. This avalanche is about to fall on you. Are you ready to go? In the week prior to the show, she said, yes, Alan, we're locked, we're loaded, we're legal beagles, we're ready to go. And Laura is the real deal. Now, I'm just going to say this about contacting Laura. If your net worth is $50, please, you know what I mean? I'm not insulting you. I'm just saying she's like, you've got to be worth something before you go to a full service venue like hers. Okay. She'll be the first to tell you this. You don't have to be like Jake, where you have to have 100,000 or 50,000 of XRP just to even call me. But you need to have some net value. Okay. Don't just call her to pick her brain, because she's a very busy woman, and we're about to make her really busy, really, really busy. So when I'm going to call my high net worth people, I'm just going to push to her because she's brilliant at it. She's been doing it for 30 years. And the team, her right-hand person, I guess they are business partners, is a man I've met already. His name is Sterling, and he is absolutely financially one of the most brilliant people I've ever talked to on the phone. I've done a couple of Zoom calls. No, only one Zoom call with him, but I talked to him on the phone. He is unbelievable. So her staff, her team is capable of doing just about anything in finance. Yeah, the real deal. Yes.
Might want to hold on to that one.
She is where we're headed. Now, let me clarify what I'm doing with the $100 group, the Crew Capital. I'm going to get risky so you don't have to. I'm going to get risky with returns and prove them their net worth and their networks to myself. I'm just telling you. And I have a game plan that is really, really solid. I'm not going to tell anybody what's going on for still a period of time here. We will have, if you signed up, We will be having a meeting here real soon, and I'm going to bring some clarity as to what we're going to do. I'm guessing this coming week, you'll get a text or an email from me stating when the show will be, we'll all be on the same show together. And then I'm going to give you a better plan as to what it is I'm doing and what the time frame is.
Cool. I'll see you there.
We love risky. Yes, we do. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. What this is, yeah. Doing that, yeah. That's music to my ears, Dad. Excellent. African, great question. That's a my father question. I'm still trying to understand it myself here. I'm literally reading like Kirk's book, and I'm doing a Wednesday meeting with those guys to really just understand the nuts and bolts, so that I can speak on it with you guys more here in the future, and obviously get it done myself. Fortune favors the brave. Iron, stone, balls. And, just start thinking with those and then just smash through the old wall. Carefully and wisely, of course. Of course.
Yeah. With an exit plan.
You can't be risk adverse. Not this group, not anymore. It's on. This is just on. Man, I'm so glad to be a part of that. Yeah, I'm meeting with Albert on Wednesday, Dad, just to go over all that stuff with those guys.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, man, really like that guy. The passion in that group, dude.
Their whole team is, yeah.
Wow. They're wow. And all the feedback here on Laura and their team. Thank you, guys. I'm really glad it's going well so far with the UAs or the UNAs and all that. So awesome.
These UNAs, I want to, over the next few weeks, I'm going to be giving a massive endorsement to this, but I just want to say that if you don't feel good about doing it for yourself, in other words, self being Alan Staple, do it for your company, your business. Create a business with it. I don't care. You can use the name of the street you live on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whatever it might be, create that business as your, how do I put it? Not have things in your personal name, okay? But yet you control the value of it, and the profits of it are yours, okay? That's the cheat code on that whole thing. When you're looking at your wife or you're looking at your husband and looking at you going, I'm not doing that. That's risky. The government's going to arrest us all and throw us all in prison. If that's your case, they can't. That's fine. You don't have to do it with your name. Do it with your LLC name, and just don't use the LLC anymore. Because again, you don't want to shoot any flares at the IRS building. You're carrying flares off the windows of the place, and it's like they're gonna come after you. And they already said they were coming after us. Yeah. So yeah. Oh, I have to make another. I was laughing with Claire yesterday. I said in my last video that it was the 1040 digital asset. No, see, that's when I don't edit videos. I would do well in doing it. So it's the 1099 digital asset.
Yes.
Sorry. Just erase that part.
Oops.
Same thing. Anyway.
I messaged my dad too. I'm like, I always want him to hear it from me first, I was like, Dad, you kind of misspelled answers in the thumbnail. And then I looked at it again. I'm like, I like how my dad spelled it. Actually, I think that's how it should be spelled. And honestly, I want the guy who's worried about getting it done for me and not worrying about the spelling. I want that guy. That's who I want. You're that's my co-pilot right there.
Yeah.
I love it. Dad, we got a great question. This is one of my questions, and this came up in the show as well. Thank you, African. Can you give me some ideas on how the UNA works with the non-grantor trust?
It's going to work perfectly. Okay. First of all, I want everybody to clue into what I was talking about earlier. When I was talking about how all the presenters are becoming a network, Kirk and April are working together with Nexus. That's what we created here. I kept trying to tell each of them how much they were going to appreciate each other's knowledge, but they would have to meet at the show. So I'm going to say that how you would ultimately end up using this, if in that case, is when your trust goes to the next generation down, what is that generation's tax burden? Well, it's quite extensive, or could be, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the perfect place for a UNA. In other words, anyone that is a down the line of the original creator of the trust, anyone. It can be a friend, it can be whatever, a gifting of something, any of those things, because once you get to the UNA level, anything after that, it's no longer just a passive income. It just eliminates the K1 and passive side of it. I'm not real clear about that. I'm not being real clear, but we're going to go over that in so much detail over the next few shows. But yeah.
Awesome.
By the way, I'm not a big fan of non-grantors, but anyway, I understand why they exist. I'm more of a spendthrift, but you can do both at the same time.
Yeah, is there a better combo pack? I'm not sure that there is. I want to mimic a quote from my dad this week, and I really getting to talk with April and getting to pick her brain and getting to work with her, and I haven't got to do as much as I'd like to. I think she's probably the most brilliant person we've come across in all of this, and then to see what Kirk's done, it's like, yeah, combo pack, extreme. Buckle up, buttercups.
And then just combine that with what Laura does, which is family office, right? And those of you who don't know what family office is, it's just what it says. Some families are so wealthy that they say, look, I just need an entire brokerage just working for our family. And that's the skill level that they're going to bring to us going forward. Remember, Alan, risky guy over here with Crew Capital, is going to be playing the ponies. Okay, those guys are the guys that you put your life nest egg with, right? You don't put, nest egg in pony money. We're not doing it like that. We're doing a small percentage. Yeah, because you've already taken a massive amount of risk with what you did with crypto, unadvisedly so, most of you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Little table crabs, yeah. The one-stop shop, yes, exactly, Claire. Yeah. This is what we're doing here. because I can't be the guy on all those subjects. I am not a professional in any one of those subjects. So why not assemble the perfect team? Now a lot of people, and I'm not saying anything negative about Jake or anything else, but now a lot of people are starting to understand it's an alternative to what Jake is doing. I'm not saying what Jake is doing is good, bad, or indifferent. Somebody asked me to rate him in a number. I've never used his product, so how would I know? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't use Jake's product. I know thousands that do, and I know thousands of people that are happy using Jake's product. So I'm not going to go down the Jake versus Zach angle. I'm just not going to do that. That's somebody else's deal, not mine. But I am going to get Caleb and Brown to get compliant with us on this UNA. And if they won't, we're out. It's nice knowing you,
dude.
And I love Caleb and Brown. Everything about him. I like the whole team. I like everybody in their staff. And I've known about them for 7-8 years. I mean, since day one, really. I knew about them. I think it was Bitcoin Ben turned me on to them way back in the day.
Mm-hmm.
But if they can't if their compliance department can't wrap their head around what a UNA means to an American in taxation, then, well, whose side are you on? Are you on the people's side, or are you on, the KYC angle of everything? Well, okay, KYC this EIN number. Why do you need my social?
Right.
That's the way I see it. I mean, banks and these people they just need a number to plug in a space. They don't really care. Yeah. Yeah. Leanne, so well put. It's so true because there's so many. Leanne's going through it with a link to, and I know many of you are, and the 3 arrows and the FTXs and all the rest of it that has just gone so sideways and so bad for so many different groups of crypto people over the years. I don't want to be the next guy to create that problem. I want to be the solution. And the only solution is to get a professional in each category. That's how you do it. And that's what I'm assembling. That's what we are assembling. And by the way, I want to put this out there too, because it just came to me a minute ago. If you think of somebody that would really work in this group, in this team, and they bring something new to the table, please, by all means, pound on me, email or whatever it might be, because we're always looking for good people. And there's a lot of good people out there.
Yeah. We need you.
And if I don't answer your email right away, just keep sending them, because I'll get to it eventually. I heard a few people get offended, like, well, I sent you an email like a year ago, and then I sent you an email like 6 months ago, and you didn't answer. And I'm like, well, okay, please don't be offended by that.
Yeah.
Please. I'm not looking for your name and going, that guy's a geek. He's out. I'm just not even going to open that one. It's like, I'm not doing that. I'm just, they're falling through the cracks. And
I've taken it. Oh, sorry, Dad. I've taken it on the teeth in Patreon to the point where I just didn't want to be in there anymore on the Messenger. But I said this in the show. We've been pretty generous to put out our email, and a lot of you have our phone numbers. Use that when you're connecting with us. It's just tough to, work in a lot of different platforms, messaging. It's a lot of why my dad and I just don't want to do Discords and things like that. We will have to, for the groups that are being created and the businesses that are being created, and the people who are went to the show, did things with us like that. So we'll have more of those options, but yeah, please hit us up on email. That would be great.
I want to address this one. I may. I was invited to both Miami and the one in Austin. I believe it's just a couple of nights later or whatever it is, a week later. If I go to either one of those, I think it would be Austin because I have business in Austin, but I don't think I'm going. I'd love to go. If I get really good answers from Jim and the crew, I might just go. But because there are some people, there's a company that we started that's based out of Austin and sort of based out of Austin and Miami, both. So I think I could do both, but Austin makes more sense for where I'm at contractually with something I need to get to the people in Austin. So I might go to that. I'm not sure. I doubt it, but I might. It's a 10% chance. And that's a invite only thing. I don't know who all got invited to that. So I don't want to put it out there and blow up their party. What else we got, B-Man? You and I have a meeting to get to. Oh, we've been on here an hour and a half.
Yeah,
seems like 10 minutes.
Let's get out of here and let the crew go. Yeah, I can't wait to pick your brain and get into all this with you, Dad. This is really exciting. This is the part, guys, that I was really, watching my dad crush it, not just in content, but then when you get to a certain place where it's like you're able to kind of be like us and, we're personable enough that we're able to connect people and we're wise enough to know that we can't do it all ourselves. I'm just so excited that like these people and then getting to meet the people and then contributing, however I can, especially to help this group, will be one of my chosen careers going forward. Yeah, I got the same spirit. I fell off that tree right there. So it's going to be really fun to understand it and help us all do it. I'm excited to have enough money to do it. Yeah, a lot of these things, like you were saying, Dad, it takes a little bit of money, and I feel like a lot of people in our group, it's like I can choose one or the other. I'm in that position too, and I there's things that I really want to get done. These tools that, like my dad's been using and or talking about. But as those things happen for me, I want to be really. I'm called to really get on here, and give that to the crew, like the setups and speaking on it, as like someone who's a student and new to it, and then we can also have my dad's angle, which is big picture and helping us really understand it. So that 1-2 punch, Dad, like we've talked about forever.
Yeah.
Being the doers in this and getting it done. That's what I'm excited about for the Staple Crew going forward and my place in it. And it's so fun to be on here with you. And you just absolutely crushed it on the show. The work that you and Ron's team and my amazing stepmother, who I want to spend more time with. You guys are just awesome, man. And it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool to do more shows. And like I say on here a lot, is to support our group There are people that were at the show that are in this chat that are starting businesses, that are starting YouTube channels. Guys, reach out to us. This is your channel. We will put you front and center of it. You've inspired us, and you can hear it, the excitement. You can hear the network coming together. We want to make that available to you. So I've got a big heart and passion for that, for you. So please, if you have my number, let's figure something out. Let's get you guys on here. You know, and it's exciting to get to, you know, promote Mel and Stone and Opti and all the people, the Digital Asset Sisters who have become my friends. You know,
Those
and
two are going to blow up.
those two are just awesome. And
Yeah,
and so
they're gonna blow up.
any opportunity that they want to come on or for us to go and help them, that's also what we're creating here. And it's what I want to do. It is what I want to do. So thank you for supporting us, and giving me the opportunity to do it. And thank you to you, Dad. It is not lost on me how grateful I am to be in my shoes, because a lot of the hard work that you've done. So I have options and I have opportunities and I have a great group of people in a community because you've worked very hard at it. So thank you. Thank you. I'm truly humbled this week. It's been amazing. And I cried a lot. I did.
It was amazing.
And I had a couple drinks as well. You know,
Nice.
my confessional.
It's a very good place to fall off of a wagon.
It was great. Right on the golf course. You
Yes,
know,
that's where you
trees,
should fall off a wagon.
friends want us.
If nothing else, I don't know how many shows I'll be doing in the future, but I will tell you, we will be doing meetups with golf tournaments. I can tell you that for sure. That was a blast. I felt like we started a little late and we didn't get to spend the whole day together. And I really kind of wish we had. I'd do that one different a little bit. I want to say this before we get out of here. If you're going to watch the Stupid Bowl, turn your TV off during halftime and turn into Kid Rock. I'm not telling you that for any other reason than who are they trying to kid? Like, come on, man. Really? I mean, really? All right. Sometimes things go a little too far. And clearly that has gone a bit off course. I'm just saying. Yeah. Anyway, if you're going to watch the game, which is probably going to be a game, shut the TV off during halftime. Just protest, if you will. And I'm not even a Kid Rock fan. I've seen him live, and it actually is a way better show than I thought it'd be. But
Yeah, Kid Rock's cool.
What they're offering up, the way I see it. Yeah, this is not political satire or anything. I'm just saying, I none of it. I'm just not gonna. I'm probably not even gonna watch the game anyway. So what am I on about? But I will watch Kid Rock.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. Let's get out of here, man.
Have fun Stupid Bowl Sunday. Thank you, everybody, for this community and for loving on us today on Sunday. You guys are awesome. This chat is awesome. Dad, I love you, man. I will see you on the other side.
Love you, B-Man. And we are